That is very, that's me holding it right.
Shoot, mate. Where do we begin?
Thanks everyone. Nathan Lyon after his efforts today to bat. We'll start off here with Sam.
Nathan, congratulations on getting through that knock today. Before, I'm sure we chat about that. Firstly, how's the calf injury, and do you expect to be able to take any further part in the series?
How's the calf injury? Good question. I've got a decent tear in my right calf. It's pretty obvious about that, I guess. Regarding the series, I'm sitting down with our medical team tomorrow, and we'll have a chat about that. But yeah, right now it's pretty shattering, pretty gutted and pretty speechless, if I'm being honest. But saying that, I've got a lot of confidence in that change room and just thrilled to be a part of this team.
First of all, Nathan, can you talk about, I guess in particular, how shattering that was, considering this was the 100th, and how much that meant to you? And also, can you take us through that whole period before you came out to bat, the conversations, hobbling down to the long room, and then everything that happened when you were out there?
Yeah, I'm blaming the media, I guess. Everyone's talking about how resilient and injury-free I've been for 13 years or 12 years or whatever it is. So, but no, it's part of the game. It's professional sport. I've been extremely lucky with injuries. Been around since 2011 August, and we've had 126 Test matches since then, and I've been lucky enough to play 122 of them. So I'm very, very grateful. But to be honest with you, this is just a little speed bump in the road. This isn't career defining or anything like this. I'm hungrier than ever right now to get back out there, especially when you see your teammates out there busting the guts this afternoon, and they're going to have to do the same thing tomorrow. So yeah, it's disappointing from my end, but the guys they'll keep going on, and we'll keep going from there. And regarding batting, I don't know. I had to go down to the long room and wait in the long room because I would have been timed out otherwise. So the lifts here are pretty slow, so I had to go down the stairs. Didn't know how long Josh will hang in there for, but yeah, it was interesting being in the long room rather than sitting in the pavilion going to bat. It felt like I was in a zoo. A lot of eyes on me, watching what we're doing, what we're saying, what we're talking about. But I'll do anything for this team, and yeah.
Nathan, just firstly, while you were in the long room, we saw you was having a little chat with Jimmy Anderson. Can you just tell us what that was about? And just with your batting, there was that ball which Mitchell Starc hit. Everybody thought it was going for 6, and then you suddenly had to hobble across to complete that single. Just was it impulsive, and what was that period like for you?
Yeah. Obviously, I've played against Jimmy for a long period of time now, and I've got a lot of respect for him. And he asked me, "Am I stupid?" And I said yes, but I just said to him, may have to do you and go to 40. He goes, "Oh, if you keep loving the game and keep trying to get better, there's no reason why you can't." So that was a nice little moment there with Jimmy. As I said, I've got a lot of respect for what he's done and what he keeps doing for England and world cricket. He's an incredible role model for so many people around the world. But I forget your rest of the question.
No, when Mitchell Starc hit that ball and then it felt like it went for.
Yeah, I didn't really like the idea of facing Tungy at the other end, so it was one of those ones. I thought it went for 6, but then I didn't want to do Azhar Ali and Shakif a couple of years ago in Pakistan get run out while the ball was still in play. But yeah, lucky enough, I was able to hop down the other end.
Nathan, were there conversations with medical staff about, potentially whether you could do more damage to your calf, and on that, were you in pain? I know when you did kind of hobble down for that single, it looked like you hurt it again or whatever. Can you kind of talk us through all that?
Yeah. I've been having conversations since it happened with our medical team, and I knew the risks But the way I look at it, as I said before, I'll do anything for this team. And you never know how big of a 15-run partnership can be in an Ashes series. So, yes, I'm proud of myself for going out there and doing that, but if it was tomorrow, I'll do it again. And I'll do it again and again and again, because I know I love this team. I love playing cricket for Australia. And if I can keep playing my role and help out my teammates here and there, I'll do that. So,
Nathan, Mitch looks surprised, to say the least, when you walked out. It looked like he was ready to walk off with Josh. Did you have to talk anyone into the fact that you, like anyone from the team, into the fact that you were able to bat? Like, was there any resistance at all? Or was it or your idea? Or yeah.
No, well, Mitch reminded me that he went out to bat against New Zealand with a broken foot. Then I had a lot of the batters tell me that I should go out there and everything like that. But they were taking the mickey out of me a little bit. But I wanted the bat. It was my call. And spoke to Ron and Paddy. Paddy was probably a little bit hesitant, but at the end of the day, as I said, I'll do anything for this team, and I'll do it again tomorrow.
Nath, just wondering what the word in the dressing room was about the catch that wasn't at the end there, and whether you had any views on that.
To be honest, I'll walk straight out when they come in, or hobbled out when they come in. So I haven't been around there. The emotions would be high, but obviously there's a rule in the cricket world that with the umpires that you've got to complete the catch. So in my opinion, well, no, I'm not really going to give you my opinion because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Nathan, just I suppose casting your mind back to a couple of days ago, like what sort of emotions have you, I suppose, gone through over that time? I imagine it's been up and down a fair bit.
Yeah, it's probably been a lot down more than up. I've been absolutely shattered, mate. I'll be honest, I've been in tears, I've been upset, I've been hurting, but I think that shows, well, for me, it means, as I keep saying, this team means everything to me, and I'll start this rehab journey now and to get back and to keep playing my role and keep loving what I'm able to do. So I look to get better each and every day, and this is a little speed bump in the road along the journey. So it's something new, so I can learn from it. I can, as I said, get better. But yeah, right now I'm pretty shattered, to be honest.
Sorry, I came late, so apologies if this has been asked, but have you been told that you won't be playing again in this series, given the way that you're looking at the moment?
No, I haven't been told that exactly. I'm having a meeting tomorrow with our medical team. I'm very lucky with our medical team. I feel like they're the best in the world. I know every player will say that, but there's a lot of care shown by Jonesy and Doc. But I'll have that conversation. But purely my focus is to be here with this team tomorrow and try and help out as much as I can, whether that's just sitting on the balcony clapping. I won't be running the drinks on or anything like that, and I won't be bowling, but I will be giving my support as much as I can.
So would you stay here for treatment regardless, or would you go home if your tour has come to an end?
To be honest, that's up in the air. It really depends on our conversation tomorrow, to be honest, Mel. It's going to be one of those ones, and as I said, it is going to be challenging. I know the challenges that lay ahead for me personally after doing this for 13 years and not missing a day of school. You can put it like that. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be different. It's a different challenge, but we always look forward to different challenges and try and find a way to get better. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Nathan, just looking ahead to tomorrow, how confident are you that you'll finish it off? And what does the presence of Ben Stokes still being there at the crease do to your confidence, given what's happened before?
For me personally, our confidence is extremely high, and so it should be. We've got a world-class bowling attack coming up against, yes, we know Stokesy's there and Johnny Bairstow's still to come, and obviously Ben Duckett's still out there at the moment, but I feel like if we can do the basics and find a plan that works really well out on that wicket, it's really hard for me to sit here and talk about different plans, considering I've only been out there for such a short period of the game. But confidence-wise, I think the boys should be high. Yet again, you're asking a professional athlete if they believe they can win. So I've got a lot of confidence and a lot of belief in that change rooms, and so they should be. The guys have been performing extremely well in these conditions, and to be honest with you, I feel like our batters have batted extremely well this test match in hard conditions, losing the toss firstly, but majority of our innings under lights or under covers, overcast conditions. So it's been challenging, but yeah, a lot of confidence in the group, and so there should be.
Nathan, if you were to miss the last 3 tests, Todd Murphy would loom as the guy to come in. He's only 22. England are going to come pretty hard at him if he does play. Is he up to it?
Oh, 100%. I only sat with Todd in the last session there and just spoke about spin bowling as we do. And no, I've got a lot of confidence in Todd. Firstly, he's a great kid. He's wanting to learn along the way, which is amazing. But his stock ball is good enough in international cricket. We've seen that in India, in arguably the hardest place to bowl spin. Yes, it's going to be a different challenge with the England batters, but if they do come at him, I think it provides Todd with a decent challenge, but opportunity to leave his footmarks within Test cricket here in England. So it's a big Ashes series. He's excited by the opportunity, and yet again, I've told him my phone's always on, no matter whether I'm sitting in the change room next to him or I'm watching at home in bed. Phone's always on for Todd, so he can always pick the phone up and we can have a conversation. So, yeah, obviously I wish him all the best, but we've got a big day tomorrow before we think about Leeds.
Nathan, we've obviously seen stuff like concussion subs and COVID subs come into the game in the last few years. Do you think in situations like yours where a player has a clear injury, they should be able to be replaced in the same way?
Nah, Test cricket's been around a lot longer than what I have, and I feel like injuries are part of the game. I have heard comments that people thought I went out there to get hit in the head, and I'm really against that because I have lost one of my mates due to being hit in the head, so I think that's a really poor excuse or conversation being had, if I'm being honest with you. Injuries are part of the game, unfortunately, and I'm now experiencing that, but no, I don't think for soft tissue injuries or anything like that. For COVID or concussion, yeah, definitely, because that's obviously a pretty big risk. So I'm happy for that, but any other injuries, no, that's my opinion.
Thanks, guys. We just give Nathan a minute to...
No, it's all right.
You haven't seen him score.
No, it's fine. Carry on. Thanks, guys. Thank you.